Yo, 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 we good? We live? We live? We live? All right, this is about to be important, man. We got it. We got some things to talk about. I got a list. Um, we got some things we got to talk about, y'all. We got some things we got to talk about. I see me popping up in other spaces, so I think that's dope. Um, Let me make sure I got it right. Vlog 6 out of. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, bless me, man. There we go. All right. Oh, okay. We good. We got that. Okay, that's popping, so I can see it. There we go. Okay, so we're doing this now. That way we can have all this ready to go. There we go. All right, y'all. Hop in the stream. Let's talk. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to catch up on. There we go. Hey, YouTube, man. Okay, first I want to apologize. I was supposed to stream, do at least a 10-minute vlog yesterday. So when I do complete the vlog series of 30 for 30 vlogs I'm doing, I did miss Thursday's vlog, so I do apologize for that. Like I really do apologize for that. That was just me coming in exhausted. I just paid rent. I'm beat down. I'm mentally tired. It's a short work week though because um, I got Friday off, so I could stay up late and get a lot of stuff done. Um, so that's pretty big. Hold up, who that? So let me go check on Kick. There we go. So we got some topics today though. We got some actual good topics today. We're gonna touch a lot of topics, bro. Some good topics too. I think you guys will enjoy them. Okay. Yep. Let me get my water. Do I got my water? Water check. Water check. All right, here we go. Water check. Water check. I'm from Philly. That's how we say it. We say water. Some of y'all don't like it. They think it's ghetto. Whatever. Your mom. Anyway, so we here now. It's a very necessary conversation to have. Um. Ooh. Let me put that to my watch later. Yeah, I want to see that later. Watch later. Yeah, that works. All right, so this is what we about to do, y'all. Some harsh life lessons that we had to learn. All right, cool, cool. Yep. Some harsh life lessons that we had to learn, bro. Um, Let me know if my volume is good. Let me know if y'all can hear me good. Um, but we got some harsh life lessons that we had to learn, and um, as long as we can have this type of dialogue. Hold up, let me. All right, cool. Harsh lessons. All right. Hey, what's up, Andre? How you feeling, sweetheart? Haven't seen and heard from you in a minute, man. Haven't seen and heard from you in a minute. I'm glad you all right though. Glad you popped in the chat too. If you want, you can chime in a little bit. But these some harsh life lessons we had to learn, man. I got this idea from actually my man Tommy sent me a clip or something. I ain't gonna tell you what it was that he sent me, but he sent me a clip and it had my mind going. I was like, damn, like that reminded me of something. So this is what we're gonna talk about. Okay, so first, the very first, and I mean literally the very first topic we're gonna touch on is the truth about dating women. I am a guy who has I'm gonna just call it what it is. I have a history with women because I love them. I love them. I love them to death. Uh, some could say I probably love them too much. That's to let me take this off because I want to get some better lighting in here. Hold on, guys. Give me one more sec. I apologize. Okay, there we go. Okay, so truth about dating. Truth about dating. OJ, that doesn't mean come over here, bro. Like, come on now. Let me see if I can switch something up. Oh man, you gotta OJ, you gotta stop, bro. You're doing a little bit too much. That's not okay. That's not moving. Okay. Uh, Let me see. Maybe I can. All right, we got enough lighting, I guess. We got enough lighting. Whatever. Um. So the truth about dating, Allison, what's up? So the truth about dating, at least my experience and the things I've seen. OJ, I said don't. That doesn't mean that, OJ. I said that doesn't mean that, OJ. What is wrong with you, bro? Stop. This is orange juice, y'all. This is orange juice, bro. This is orange juice. So I'm gonna attempt to do this while he's sitting on my lap. He's probably gonna get uncomfortable, agitated, and jump off. See, now we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. No bumping the table, man. We're trying to work here. OJ, get down, bro. Get down. No, that doesn't. There we go. See? Thank you, Juice Man. I love you. Move, man. And let me fix this one too. There we go. Oh man, why did that cut off? We good now? All right, we got better lighting. Better lighting. That's what we was doing. Turn this one down because it looks like a big ass glare. Looks like a giant fucking glare. There we go. That rounds it out because that was too bright of a glare. Let me see if I can do something else. I got an idea. Put that thing up. All right, cool. So now we got that. While we await degenerates, nah, man, nah. We about to do something real special right now. Josh, I'm glad you're here, Josh. I'm glad you're here, bro. Oh, just to let you know, I also emailed some of those people renting those homes. Also emailed them, letting them I'm interested in the home. So hopefully we get a viewing soon. Application's about $35. I just pay rent, so I got like $2 in my account. So yeah, but and I just woke up, bro. I came home passed out, bro. I got a 4-day weekend this weekend, so we're gonna get this vlog in. So anyway, the harsh truth about dating. Interesting thing. Very interesting. Very interesting thing. Um, first, first, dating is interesting, bro, for everybody. Everyone's gonna have their great moments, their sad moments. I'm a firm believer that cool. I'm a firm believer, and this is just my opinion. I'm a firm believer that every young man should probably get his heart broken before he's 25 years old. Why am I saying that? Well, because heartbreak is one of the hardest things in the world. One of the hardest things in the world to bounce back from. And if you in your late 20s, early 30s, and I'm not saying that's old because that's obviously not old. There's a lot of life. You got more life ahead of you than you got behind you at that point. So it's not old per se, but that like bouncing back from heartbreak takes years. A lot of people don't know this. It takes years, especially if you were done filthy. And I mean, I'm talking like you were done like they did you like a government mule. Like they did you wrong. Yeah, it takes a long time to bounce back from it. A lot of people don't understand that. They think, like it takes just too long to bounce back from it. So you can't really, you know, yeah, you just can't. You just don't want to go through that in your late 20s, early 30s. You just don't. You want to already have sprained your ankle, scraped your knee. You want to already have done that. You really do. It's a very important thing to happen. I encourage all men. Hey, listen, man. If it's gonna happen to you, now you can't control it, obviously. But if you're gonna take risks with women, like those big risks, like the chick might be moving a little crazy, do it in your early 20s, man, because you can bounce back. You can take about 3, 4 years off dating, and you can bounce back. You do it in your 30s, you're gonna wake up and be in your late 30s. Like you get your heart broken at 31, 32, 30 years old, and them early 30s where you're still very young and you're still trying to figure out life, it's gonna hinder you in all other endeavors. You're gonna find yourself in a really catastrophic situation because this heartbreak took place so late in your and not late in your life, but took place later. And it's really important to keep that in mind. I'll give you some stories. I'll give you a couple of stories. Now, I don't know if I disclosed it before, but my dad was the man. My dad was the man, pots and pans, right? My dad had a lot of women running at the house. So as a little boy, I'm already kind of getting a certain understanding and relationship with women by watching my dad deal with them. Never seen my mom and my dad kiss and hug. Never saw my dad say he loved my mom, although I knew he did. I never saw him say it. I never even saw a guy really treat my mom right, to be honest with you. Some of that is on her because she picks them in, but some of that is on the man. So I never really saw that. So my viewpoint and understanding of dating largely came from watching my dad operate, watching dudes in my neighborhood operate, and watching Disney shows. That's my large understanding and viewpoint of dating. That's where a lot of it came from, right? And so, with understanding that, it's going to be a very flawed understanding, right? Fact of the matter is, there are healthy dating. There's healthy dating. There's healthy marriages. There are people who break up and stay amicable, right? There are people who just figure out maybe they just aren't good fits together. That happens. But being from Philly and being around a bunch of people who are in active addiction, people who have all these mental health, undiagnosed mental health issues, that's not what you see. It's actually one of the rare things that you're going to see, right? And so a lot of people don't understand that. It sounds like I'm making it up, but no, it's the truth. Oh, damn. It's one of the rare things you see. You really don't see healthy relationships. You don't see healthy coping skills. You see a lot of nonsense, right? You see a lot of single moms. You see a lot of dudes ripping and running the street. So that's what you see. So a part of me understanding this was a part of my growth, right? So a close friend of mine's, a couple of close friend of mine's who are older. Again, it's very important for you to have friends who are a couple years older. And I'm gonna get into this in another topic, but that 3 year age gap when you are in your teens is a big deal. That 3 year age gap when you are that 3 year age gap when you are like if I'm 9 and you're 12 is a big deal. That 3 year age gap when I'm 30 and you're 33 or I'm 25, you're 28, that's not a big deal. It doesn't actually matter at all because everything is the same for us. But it depends. You have to contextualize age. You can't just throw age out there and say, hey, right? You have to contextualize age. You have to give age the proper respect it deserves when discussing it. A lot of people just want to put age in a vacuum. You can't do that. It's dumb as shit, and you're going, it just doesn't work. Sorry, YouTube, for cursing, but that's just me being honest with you, right? So I watched a couple of my friends, and these were the friends, these were the homies, some of the older friends I had. I didn't notice at the time because I was such a little kid. I was a little boy, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. I don't know much. So, but these were the homies that were the weirdos. Didn't know that. So their dating reflected those men who were, those young men or boys who are weirdos. They don't get women aren't flocking to them. They don't got no game. They get run over by chicks. They doing all kinds of extra stuff. These were the kind of older homies I had. Me not even knowing that I was like, I'll get into that later. But I watched them get cheated on, right? One of the most horrific things I saw with dating was when one of my friends, right hand up the guy, Josh knows this story if he's in the chat. Some of y'all don't know this story. I haven't. I did say it on at other points. Every group, it's rare that the friendships are even. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. It's rare that the friendships are the same. You have myself, you have Josh, you have Corey, you have Trey. Right? These are four guys, including me. These are four guys who've all grown up together. Right? I might have met Josh in like the sixth grade, seventh grade, maybe. I knew Corey. Get down, get down. I think I knew Corey my whole life. Me and Corey didn't get close to the eighth grade, but we're still kids, right? So although we all love each other, I would say the same. Our relationships are different. My relationship with Josh is much different than it is with Trey. Like it's like much different, much different. Not it's not to justify anything or say I love Josh more, but it's a different relationship. Me and Josh's subject matters are significantly different than what me and Trey might talk about on a day-to-day basis, right? And that's just what it is. But I say this to say that these two friends were best friends. Saw them together all the time. Well, one of those friends had a girlfriend. He always had a girlfriend, right? As funny looking as he is, he looked like he looked like an alligator. As funny looking as he is, he always had a girlfriend. His girlfriend cheats on him with his best friend, like his ride or die, his day one, sandbox. And she ain't just cheat on him; she had like an affair. Like she was like basically dating this man. Basically, was dating him, and they were dating for the other friend. They were dating for multiple years, 2, 3, 4 years. She cheats on him and dates the other friend, right? And it was so sad because I had up until this point, I had never seen women move like this in my life. Now, did I watch women like play dudes? Absolutely. Absolutely. I see women play dudes a million times. It's gonna happen. It'll continue to happen. That's just life. Women are gonna play dudes, dudes are gonna play women. That's just what's gonna happen, right? But I'd never seen a woman move this malicious. This was a different type of movement. This was like some. This was Broly in the first Dragon Ball movie. Like you wasn't stopping her. You were like, what are we gonna do with this? So, um, the worst part about it was that the way it was handled after the fact. I feel like if you my homie and you do me like that, you owe me a fade. Either we gonna box this out or we not gonna speak again. We might box it out, but we still ain't gonna speak again. Like there's gonna be a severe cognitive like we just not gonna be with it no more. It's just not gonna be a thing for us. And so that happens. Blows my mind. I couldn't believe it. Um, but I also watched that same friend who went behind his best friend's back. I watched him get cheated on by some chick, and she went. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The rotation of women they had was like the lowest grade of beef you could ever buy. Like the beef that you buy that you chewing for like 30 minutes after you put it in your mouth, like that. Like it was like the lowest. Like these dudes was going at it over like all these chicks was from Midgard. All of them. They all were from Midgard. They lived and were raised in Midgard. They were not, and it's not about the looks of it. It's not about the looks. I'm not gonna lie. It is about the looks, and we're gonna stop saying it's not because like that's the first thing we see. But I watched this guy get the same way he did his homie dirty. I watched several women do him the same way, and so me seeing all of this, right? As much as I didn't want to be like that, right, or carry some of that sweet whatever with me, I still ended up kind of being like that to some degree, although I wasn't supposed to be, right? So another thing is I watch how my dad maneuvered, and it kind of had me thinking maybe being that aggressive is just not good. I learned differently as I got older. Uh, Next big lesson. I've told you guys this story before. There was a woman with a checkered past. I knew she had a checkered past. And for all you women out there who are born agains and doing well for yourself now, if you got a checkered past, I'm not checking for you. You better off lying to me and making sure you can keep the lie up. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Lie to me, keep the lie up, because if I find that you got a checkered past, especially in the early parts of it, I'm good. Because this experience happened. This young lady had a checkered past. Attractive young lady, attractive as hell, but had a checkered past. My brother Reek begged me not to do this. He said, bro, don't do it, man. Don't you fucking do it. Me being me, nah, bro, she changed, man. She changed. This girl cheated on me my 21st birthday, man. I'm in the dorm getting ready for my first game, and she in the back of somebody's car getting her brains blown out. Like, this is like, how can I be mad? How can I be mad? And for anyone listening, if y'all got like a thieving ass uncle, right? An uncle on drugs, an aunt on drugs, a cousin on drugs, brother, sister, mother, and they steal from your house, right? Because I've had this happen already. They steal from your house. You might let them back in, but you gonna let them in and be watching them the whole time, right? I can't be mad at her doing what she was like. She was who she was. It's a lesson I had to learn. And even after she cheated on me, I found an excuse to stay with her. Simping as me, Captain Jack to the scene, right? I found a reason to stay with her, and she kept doing it. Like I'm going through it. I want to go beat up this dude, that dude, not knowing the source of the problem is her. I'm making excuses for her. What the hell am I doing? I'm bugging out. I'm bugging. You can't make no excuse for that. She was what she was. So this happened to me. I was, like I said, I was 21. Most of my harsh dating lessons occurred teenage years, 21, right? And I couldn't believe that there were some women out there, and I can't say all. There were some women who were just very malicious and very aggressive in their dating practices, who would cheat on you, who will go for the guy with the more money, go for the guy with the bigger, you know what I'm saying? Go for the guy who got more game, go for the guy who got more swag, like throw you off to the side. We pretty much learn hypergamy without knowing we're learning hypergamy very early in the very early. We learn it like it starts in the schoolyard. Where like if a guy's faster than you, the girl used to leave you for, for him. Like you had a little fake girl, you had a little girlfriend. When you like in second grade, you lose a race, you lose the girl. We learn hypergamy very early. We just don't know we're witnessing it. We just don't know it. But we realize it as we get older. As men get older, this is why a lot of men, ladies, pay attention to me when I say this. This is not no slight. This is a part of why some men, some means more than one. This is a safe term, right? This is the reason why some men strive so hard to increase their status. Because they know an increase in status does what to them? Gives them more access to more women. It also will change the way women pursue you. A lot of men, now I can't say this for myself, a lot of men have never been pursued by a woman, so they don't even know what that's like. They have no idea to have a really attractive woman slide in their DMs at 12, 1 a.m. Like, hey, yo, I've really always kind of had a crush. They don't know what that's like. So a lot of men are striving to get that. And before y'all ask, has that happened to me? It's happened to me. Like, I'm not even going to sit up here. I'm not gassing myself. None of that. That's happened to me. I've had very attractive women slide in my DMs. It's happened. But a lot of men haven't, right? And a lot of men strive for a status that will give them and grant them access to that. That's not act dumb. Think about your favorite rappers. Think about your favorite entertainers. Some of them look like dog shit. I ain't got to go down the list. Some of them look like dog shit. Y'all know it. Y'all freaking know it. Y'all freaking know it, man. But because of their status, because they worked hard enough and sold a bunch of records, got a #1 single, whatever, women are flocking to them. Now they got access to more women than they could ever imagine. So, these stories and this understanding, this has done a lot to me very early. It warped my mind because I'm gonna be honest with you, right? And all my homies that know me know this about me. I'm a hopeless romantic. By definition, I'm one of the hopeless romantics. Tracy, what up? I see you popping in there. I'm one of the hopeless romantics. I swear on everything. I swear. Everything I swear. I'm one of the hopeless romantics. Everything I swear. I'm one of the hopeless romantics. Like I'm one of those ones that like I love Click. I love those chick flicks, bro. I love them. I don't watch them by myself. Cause I'm not gonna sit here and just be sad thinking about a chick that done dipped out on me. I'm not gonna. I don't watch it by myself. I ain't got that kind of composure. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna just chick flick. I'm be sitting there sad, crying to OJ. You know what I'm saying? While he chasing his sister around. I ain't got time for that. But I'm a hopeless romantic. I believe in love. I believe in marriage. I believe in couple outings, right? I believe in all of that. Like, I'm just gonna be real with y'all, right? I believe in marriage, love, couple outings, game nights with couples. Like, I believe in those kinds. I do. I believe in those kinds. I think those things are really great to do. I swear on everything, right? So I'm just gonna be clear with y'all on that. Now, a lot of people say, a lot of people who know me, who didn't know that side of me, say, "Well, damn, why are you so aggressive?" I'm gonna be honest. People who are hopeless romantics tend to be more aggressive because they love in such an extreme capacity. They do a lot of things in extremes. I'm one of those people. I do a lot of things in extremes. I don't do things kind of like, oh, no. When I go off the porch to do something, when I'm recording music, we going to New York to record music. When I'm recording a project, I got 3, 4 projects in a vault. Like, I go when I'm playing ball twice a day. We hitting the gym, field work, ladder work. Like, I'm that guy. So people who are hopeless romantics like myself, we tend to be very aggressive, right? So if it was up to me, to be honest with you, if it was up to me, and I believe my brother Josh could agree with this, and I know some of you other gentlemen in the chat who I'm talking to, Tracy, I see you, Zoe, I see you. I know some of y'all also hopeless romantics, right? And if y'all could have it y'all way, y'all be married already. Y'all be married at 22, 23 years old. We'd have been married already with a couple kids. We wouldn't have been just been out here. Like, when you realize how fleeting the idea of sex is, yo, D, what up, homie? When you realize how fleeting the idea of sex is, and what I mean by that is that, like, when you realize that, hey, I had sex with this woman, that woman, that woman. I did all that, but I did the same thing. Back shots, whatever I did with her, it was crazy. It felt good. It felt tight. I bust. That's it. I don't care about this woman no more. I don't care about. I don't want to be around her. I can't even. I can't. I don't want. I don't want to do no Target runs with you. I don't want to go to Walmart with you. Like, a lot of people don't understand. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, ladies. If a guy likes you, he wants to do. He'll run errands with you. Hey, come on. I'm going to Walmart. You want to come? You can come with me. I'm running to Walmart. I'm running Target. I'm running here. I'm running there. I got to buy this guy. Get that. You want to come? We'll go get lunch. Like, these are things that men do when they're truly interested in you. But that's beside the point, though. I can honestly say I have been played like every other man. I have been led on like every other man. I've been used for attention like every other man. I don't think I've ever been used for money because I'm pretty good with catching that one. I don't think it's ever happened. But it's probably happened at some point. Maybe I did get groceries with a chick one time, so maybe that I got used for money that time. I don't know. But um, point of the matter is, when it comes to dating, fellas, ladies, everything in between, no matter what your identity is, no matter any of that, you're gonna get played at some point. You're gonna get played. You're gonna come on the wrong side of the situation. That's just what happens. Don't blame the world. Don't go out there and say all women ain't shit, all men ain't shit. Don't go out there and do that. Own your situation. Own your situation. Fellas, if all the women you dating, you met them on Instagram, you DM'd them, they got 30,000 followers and all that, and they moving a certain way, bro. You gotta understand that's kind of what comes with that type of territory, bro. It kind of comes with that kind of territory. Like, it's kind of what it is. Like, a lot of us don't want to admit that, but that's kind of what it is. That's just take it or leave it, bro. Like, that's what it is. I'm not saying every woman who does those things is like that, because it's not the case. Just like every street dude ain't a bad dude to date. They're not. Most of them probably are, but all of them ain't. So don't allow your situation, don't allow your situation to be the reason you try to put everybody in a negative box and say, this is how these people act, because that's bullshit. And you're gonna miss out on a lot of great opportunities. But like I said, I've been played. I've had women dip on me or play me or block my number, whatever the case is. They try to come back, spin back around with an excuse and a story. I had one woman do that to me, and they came back around. I said, I'm good. I ghosted it. She was pregnant a year later, man. You know, what people have to do is look at the telltale signs, man. I'm gonna give you a couple things. I'm gonna go to the next topic after this because I spent a lot of time on this topic. Listen, Fellas, most women got their phone in their hand at all times. Phones in their hand, phone in their pocket. Phone is close. If she ain't texting you back, bro, she ain't feeling it, man. If you ask a chick out on a date and she tells you I'm busy that day or whatever the case is, and she doesn't immediately retort with something like, "But I'm free on this day or that day," cut it, cut it. Don't even worry about it, bro. Don't even worry about it. If you're trying to talk to a chick and she's still messing around with her baby dad, cut it, cut it, cut it out. These are things. These are clear, obvious signs, right? If you want to talk to a chick and every weekend she at the club, every weekend she at the bar with her homegirls, cut it, cut it, bro. These are things that you gotta be careful with. Ladies, I'm gonna give y'all some game too since I love y'all, man. I love y'all, all right? If he got, you know what I'm saying? If every time you look on his Instagram or something like that, he flashing money, blowing money, that ain't it. That ain't it, bro. He there for a good time, not a long time. It's just what it's gonna be, man. If he is the guy at the top of the top of the top, and you know what I'm talking, I'm talking about the top two draft picks and all that other stuff, man. Or he 21 years old, got a number 1 selling record right now and all that, man. He ain't looking to settle down. Ladies, you can't. Ladies, I know. Look, I know that thing on your back is fat. I know you pretty as a mother. I know all that. He ain't looking to settle down. He's probably not, man. Like what are we talking about? How often is it? Ask yourself these questions, y'all. How often is the man, the young man? I'm not talking about a man in his late 20s, early 30s. That's still a young man. But I'm talking about the young man who's early 20s, 20, 21, 22. How often is that young man who's at the top of his craft, top of the world, how often is that man gonna be monogamous? Don't even worry about it. He gonna kick the game at you, sweetheart. He gonna throw the game at you. He gonna fly you out probably. He might show you some bands, whatever. He gonna say whatever you gotta say to hit that thing. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. I'm telling you right now, just don't fall for it. Right? If he got multiple, if he got a couple kids out here, a couple different women, and he feuding with all those women, don't, ladies, he's probably the problem. Same thing apply for ladies. If she got multiple baby fathers and she arguing with all of them, she's probably the problem. So look, I'm telling y'all right now, look at the obvious signs. Don't overcomplicate it. Do they consistently text you back? Don't overcomplicate these signs, man. Don't try to turn a 5 plus 5 equation to a find mx plus b. Don't do that. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. I'm trying to tell you, it will save you a lot of headache and heartache, man. Just keep it simple, man. Keep it simple, bro. All right, next topic, man. Next topic. Number 2, older doesn't mean wiser. This was a lesson I kept getting over and over again. I just would not believe it. I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't listen to it. I act like I don't see it happening. Right? But remember those homeboys I was just telling y'all about? I just referenced about who was dating the chick cheated on him with his best friend and all that, right? Okay. So one of those homies used to always get bullied. Right? Now this homie is I think 2 to 3 years older than I am. Right? 2 to 3 years. A lot of my neighborhood friends were about 2, 3 years older than me. Some even older. Now, again, like I said before, that's why I don't want to go too deep into this. But wisdom is a byproduct of experience, not age. Right. Now, I said this earlier. If I'm 30 and he's 33, that's not a big age gap. We doing the same things. If I'm 25, he's 28, we probably doing the same things, right? But if I'm 9 and you're 12, that 3 year age gap means a lot. Because I'm looking at you to show me the ropes. I'm looking at you to teach me the game. I'm looking at you to show me what's what, right? And because I'm looking at you to show me that, right? I'm now kind of like I'm following you around. I'm on your hip. You big bro, right? I had some of the shittiest big homies, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. These dude, bro, listen. I had one big homie get jumped. He would get jumped kind of often. He would get bullied and jumped kind of often. Where I'm from, most of us will get bullied at one point or another. But I grew up on like I said, my song North, affluent with these hands. I am. I always been affluent with them. Right? I box, all that. Like, I was in the gym with Tevin Farmer. Shout out to Tevin Farmer. Little bro, he was in the gym too. He's a better boxer than I am. I'm good with these hands. These hands work. Ass whoopings galore. I'm trying to tell y'all. Ain't nothing soft about me, right? So, but he would get bullied and picked on, right? But he would keep going back to the same places in which he got bullied and picked on. You'd catch him in the same area with the same people on everything I love, and you'll be confused, like, bro, why are you doing this? What do you have to prove, right? What do you have to prove? You have nothing to prove. There's nothing for you to prove by consistently going back. But he would, and so when he would go back, he would go back. He would yeah, he would go back. He would they would mess with him, pick on him, do something to him. He'll come back. He'll come back to the block, come back to the hood, and come get us. All of us ain't always go. I always came with him. I always showed up. I never ran. I never backed down. I always showed up with him. Right? This is some of the dumbest shit you can do. And I say this as a man now who has friends who are younger than me. Right? I have friends who are about 3, 4 years younger than me. Right? That's what happens when you get to college. I met a lot of people in my organization through MCM and just through football and things like that who are about a couple years younger than me. Right? I'm little bro to some people. I'm big bro to some other people. And you want the Mario hat, sweetheart? I can't get that thing up like that. You know what I'm saying? But I do appreciate you chiming in. So, and why am I bringing this up? Okay, I would never call one of my younger friends to come out this fight with me. No, I would never do that. I would never do that. One, because every fight doesn't every issue that you come across ain't worth the retaliation. That's one. Two, I'm not putting my younger friends at risk like that. I wouldn't do that. I want my younger friends to be a little better off than I am. Now, again, we're all adults, so a 3 to 4 year, a 3 to 4 year gap as adults doesn't really matter that much, right? But when you're a kid, when you're 9, 12, 13 years old, and your big homie is, 17, 18 years old, and you're 14, and they leading you in a battle with some dudes in the projects, and you gotta go to school with those guys, he's setting you up to be in a rough situation. What up, LJ? He's setting you up to be in a tough situation. So I had homies that did stuff like that. I had homies that set me up. I've been set up before. Obviously, I'm alive. I ain't get pistol whipped. I ain't get shot. I'm alive. Ain't nothing really happened to me. So when those things happen, when those things happen, it is imperative to understand that age doesn't always mean wiser, and you gotta be mindful of that. It's not to diminish the guys around you who are older, but understand that we all got limitations. Everyone's a limitation. We all have like our quirks, our things, our it factors. Understand what that is. You know? You got set up too, LJ? Bands, what's up? How old are you? Respect. I'm 30 years old. I'm 30. I'm still young, but like I'm at a point now where there's certain shit I just can't slip up for. I just can't slip up for it. You know? Not to, it's not to 31, respectfully 31 years old. Right? So I'm still young, but there's things I just can't slip up for. There's mistakes that I can't make today that I made at 21. I just can't. There's still gonna be mistakes I make. There's still gonna be women that might play me if I set myself up in the wrong positions. But the way I got played before can't happen now. And the way I got set up before by homies can't happen now. So, but like I said, older doesn't always mean wiser. Be careful with who you put in position. Like, be careful who you put in position to lead you. Right? Every great leader had to be a follower at first. We all had to follow some fucking body. Keep that in mind. Okay. Next one. What's the next one? Commitment. All right. So we're going to dance on this one a little bit because this is something I love, right? Commitment. A lot of y'all lazy and entitled. A lot of y'all are the most lazy, entitled people I've ever met in my life. I apologize because I got my YouTube channel on my music YouTube channel up on my phone. Right, I got so I'm looking. That's why I'm looking everywhere, y'all. So I apologize if it look weird. But a lot of y'all are lazy and entitled. A lot of y'all like don't commit yourselves. Y'all do something for a week and y'all ain't get the results, and y'all be like, I can't do this no more. Or do something for a couple weeks. I can't do it no more. Bro, do you know all the greats of everything have been doing it for decades? Years? Y'all don't get what y'all looking for in a week. Y'all like, I'm good, man. Like y'all be like, it ain't work. Bitch, you ain't work. What you mean it ain't work? You didn't work. That's what that is. Like, listen, listen. My brother Josh pointed out something to me that I didn't notice until much later. He said, "B, we were in the neighborhood. Mr. B didn't pitch you in football like he should have. So you actually created football. You brought it to you. You went around the neighborhood getting everybody up. Hey man, let's play, let's play, let's play, let's play. You would set it all up. Y'all would play, and you lost most of the games. But you ended up becoming the best player because you were so committed to getting better. So while everyone was playing Pop Warner, you playing street football. Street football in Pop Warner is not organized. There's a lot of skills and things you don't really learn by playing street ball. But one thing you do learn playing street ball, you don't make somebody miss, and you get a lot of heart. Two things that any coach can work with. So you had enough, but you went on and you created the opportunity for yourself. I was committed to it. That's why I was committed. I was committed. And all these big streamers, all these big artists, all these big whatever you can think of are just reflections of being committed to a craft. Did some people buy their thing? Did some people buy their way into these spots? Yeah, some of them did. Yeah, but fuck them. We ain't talking about them. But the thing is, sometimes in life you might not be in the mindset for those things you want to commit to, but later on you hit it. I know this by experience. Yeah, sometimes it might not be the moment. Sometimes you're not ready for the commitment, but sometimes you are. You gotta find what that is. But so a lot of people will say, well, some people bought their fame, man. How many streamers did they expose for buying their own subs? Like getting paid and buying viewers, buying followers, then buying subs, paying for their own subs. I admit that I personally have I've never bought followers on TikTok on Twitch, but I definitely gifted a sub before. Shout out to Rose for the Rose, man. Appreciate you over there on TikTok. I've definitely gifted subs before. Now imagine you got a couple dollars. People be gifting themselves hundreds of subs just so they can have it look a certain way. So they can have the numbers on their screen reflect certain. People have bought their way, but we ain't talking about them. We talking about those that put their hands in the mud and got it from the mud. We're talking about them. Let's talk about them. Cause you can be one of them. You're just not committed. Right? We spoke about relationships. Shout out to Rose for the likes over there on TikTok. We talked about relationships earlier, right? Right? We talked about relationships earlier. That was the first thing we talked about. Why do I think most relationships fail? Why do I think most of them fail? I'll tell you why right now, and I ain't a relationship guru. Commitment. Some of y'all made a commitment to a woman or to a man, and y'all didn't follow it. Y'all said, I am going to be faithful and monogamous to you. I'm not going to have sex with nobody else. I ain't going to kiss with nobody else. I ain't going to do nothing with nobody else. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to stick to you. Then you left that house and you saw that chick with that big old booty and lost your fucking mind. Come on now. Right? That's the problem. That's the problem. I have never seen two people, correct me if I'm wrong. I've never seen two people in my life, in my entire life, who wanted to be together, who said, we are going to be together, excuse me, no matter what, and broke up. Never happens. Never fucking happens. Think about that. That never happens. If two people want to be together, they're like, we're going to be a couple. I love you. You love me. We're going to be a couple. I've never seen two people who really want to be together not be together, especially in this lifetime. Maybe in the 60s and 40s and 50s, where like racial discrimination and things like that, with Jim Crow and all those things, that could have happened back then. I could definitely see it happening back then. Not today though. Absolutely not today. I'd be damned if somebody that wants me and I want them. I'd be damned if we're not gonna be together. I'd be damned. I'd be damned. People date people they like instead of dating people that likes them. Rose, that is a great point you spoke on. I'll touch on that right now. Um, People, they who likes you, don't be out here chasing, man. Don't be out here chasing that situation. They who likes you. Hmm. Make sure you like them, of course, but they get the point. But commitment is one of those things that if more people had commitment, we'd be in a better world. Think of how many infidelity situations wouldn't be happening if people were more committed. Think about how many successful people we would have if people were just more committed to what they said they wanted to do in the first place. It's easy to talk about it. We could listen, man. Any idiot with a phone and a microphone and a camera could get up here and talk about all kinds of other. Can talk about anything. Yep, we can get up here and talk about anything. But somebody that's really committed to their craft, man, they're going to take the time to get better. Whether that's dating or any, it doesn't matter what it is. Being committed is what's going to separate you. That's what's going to get you what you're looking for, right? And when it comes to certain things, you're going to be committed for a while. You're going to have to like really listen. How many songs did y'all think I recorded before I got a check for a song? Hundreds. How many songs did I write before I got my first check for a song? Hundreds. How many? How many times did I make a TikTok about a song that still didn't blow up? How many times did I post a video that got 1 view, 2 views? Come on now. How many times did I go out and work on a route and get the route wrong? Stumble, too many steps, drop the ball. Come on now, man. Come on now, y'all. If y'all think anything y'all see from me right now fell in my lap, you got the game fucked up. I'm committed. I'm driven. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it. I'm telling y'all here today. Mark my words. Mark my words. And remember I said this. Y'all can clip it. Y'all can do whatever y'all gonna do. I'm gonna be one of the biggest artists in the world one day. I'm gonna be one of the biggest streamers in the world one day. I'm gonna be one of the biggest writers in the world one day. I'm a star in a movie. I'm gonna write a movie. I already wrote one. I'm a publish a comic book. I'm gonna publish a book. Keep this in mind. Remember I said this. It's gonna happen. Because I'm committed. And I'm not afraid to look dumb in front of anybody because I risked it. Because I took a risk. I'm not scared to look dumb. Do y'all know where I'm from? Do y'all know how hard it was to get where the fuck? I don't think y'all understand how hard it is to get from where we are from. I'm from North Philly, one of the worst, most dangerous cities in the world, man. Flat out. Look it up. And I'm not from the cookie cutter part. I'm from North, Norf. I trying to tell you, man. Trying to tell you. If you're committed to something, you will get something out of it. Just don't get. Listen. Give you a couple tips on how to be committed to something, right? Do not get caught up in comparing yourself. It's hard not to, man. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard not to. I give you a more specific example. Kendrick Lamar just dropped that verse. Everyone's talking about the verse, man. Everyone's talking about the verse, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. He dropped that verse. I didn't drop the 100 verses. I dropped the 100 songs. Some really, really good verses, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. He dropped that verse. I was instantly upset, man. I'm like, damn, he just took all the attention. He got it all on him now. He got the juice. How can I be mad at somebody who committed themselves to rap? And because they committed themselves to rap, they perfected their craft. They dropped the verse. Even if I might not think the verse is great, it is a great verse, by the way. I ain't throwing shade. Even if I don't think the verse is great or the song is great, he put the time in for that. He deserves everything he get from that. Why am I mad at somebody who's been in the game, who's been signed, that gets that attention? I shouldn't be mad at that. That's foolish. That's stupid. That's dumb as hell. That's literally dumb as hell. Nothing about that makes sense. Nothing. Right? So while understanding this, right? Understanding all of this, right? I'm gonna have my moment. I don't even sit back and think about the guys that look at me and say, damn, why can he jump so high? I wish I could jump like him. Why he so fast? Why he so strong? How can he make a song like that? How can he do that? How can he do? I don't even sit back and think about the people that look at me and see that. But if you're focused on what you're doing, and yes, it's okay to look at others who are ahead of you so you can learn techniques and skills from them. Because we don't learn without observing.